First thing is to ask them what they saw. I think sometimes we go to the extreme, like, oh my goodness, they saw this horrible thing, and we're going to explain something that they didn't see. So I think it's just asking them, what was it? Help them to understand, how it happened. You're at your friend's house, they're showing you this. So even like next time you go to a friend's house, what do you want to do? How do you want to handle that? Giving them some tools for the next time. Then asking them what they saw, asking them how it made them feel. Do they want to see more? Who knows what or were they totally disgusted? It's really hard as a parent to not react. We all of a sudden would be like, oh, you can never go to that friend's house ever again. I just think it's good to just take a deep breath, listen, and try to just hear them. The more we react, the more they react. Either they're going to become very defensive of their friend or defensive of the thing. I think it's really hard to listen, but just kind of listen, ask questions. Depending on, if you have both parents in the house at that time, you could always tag team like, hey, you know what? I just think let me just go to the bathroom, because if you're feeling riled up, maybe your spouse wouldn't be feeling. I had a client was telling me about his daughter went to, Google marriage or something like that, and then all this sex stuff started popping up. And she was home alone because they both worked. And so she kind of kept looking. When he got home, she did tell him. And so they just went back to the site. They looked at what she saw so that he had an idea and like how not to see it. They didn't look at all the pictures, but just kind of like, what did you see? How did you get there? And then started talking about what it meant so that he could help her to navigate and what was okay and not okay. I think preparing for the future, so if they do, they're at a friend's house and they're watching a movie that their parents approved, you may not have approved, but you don't know. How they can cover their eyes, how they can look away, my daughter does this a lot when she's mostly uncomfortable in a movie. She goes, I gotta go to the bathroom. So she's always headed to the bathroom. Got a very tenseful part, but you can teach them that, hey, just go, I have to go to the bathroom. So then, okay, you don't have to see that part. Then come home and talk about it. I think the more that they can tell you, the more you can help them find some tools. Even they could tell a friend, maybe 5 to 10, it might be a little harder. I don't really want to see that. Let's go do this. How about we do this instead? So I think that the biggest thing is that they tell you that you are the safe person, that you are not going to judge them. You're not going to come down on them. You're not going to ban them from their friend's house. You're not going to ban that friend. I think if they know that, not that you wouldn't, but you just have to, not that you're going to overreact. I think if we can just listen and help them navigate through that, they're going to tell you more.